Hello, YouTube. We are live with a bit more testing for regionals. This is going to be a common theme, I think, for a little while. Regionals ain't no joke, and you can bet everybody's going to be testing at least as hard, or if not harder than I am. So, you're all just going to have to get used to it. We're here to improve, you know? We're trying figure it all out before everybody else. Because the start of December will be here very soon, and I want to be ready for it. It is the 16th of November, 2022. I'm just doing a quick sound check, and it sounds good. Sounds alright. Hey, anime. What's going on? Have you been trying out cards in Silver Tempest? Anything caught your eye? Big news today. Pokemon TCG Live is available globally now. So, if you're looking for something to do, try downloading it. Don't migrate your account, but connect it. So that when you're ready to migrate at a later point, it just merges all your cards together. Highly suggest it. I'm going to be doing that soon. I will be doing that soon. Now I'll be right back. Just one sec. Go put something away. Just clearing my desk a little bit. Alright. Alright, it's time. Play some Zoroark. I mean, this deck is getting there for me. It's starting to show me what's possible. I'm gonna cut the Basculin. I think that's where I'll start. Maybe I want a second Snorlax. I don't know. In case I prize one, but shouldn't be necessary. Let's try this. And after this recent success I've experienced with Serena, I kind of want to go back to... I want to go back to something like Torterra and try it. I just want to see. Because Serena has been a bit of an outstanding card so far. Could certainly try it in that deck and see if it improves the situation with that deck. Alright, let's bench the Minchino and give it a go. I only have the level ball in hand. Serena does help. We do have a good target in these two. Drapion is the open. So we desperately want another Pokemon in play. And, you know, it comes down to either picking Zorua Oi! Mr. Jenkinson. G'day, fella. What's going on? I think we take Zorua. Right? One of those. Alright, All Mate wasn't interested in playing it. It's fine. Run back. Yeah, what's going on, Daryl? You can be up for some games? You too, Anime. I need to get some quality games in. Second Forest Stone. Is that Earth and Seal Stone? Is that what you meant? I want to play against you, Anime, because I know you've got the Kurum. You want a tournament? Yeah, good one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Daryl. So both of the Stone Tablet cards. Yep. I'm up against Charizard. Bit of a curious deck, for sure. Inferno Wings. So I was thinking about this Moltres, actually, because, you know, engineering the 90 damage with Inferno Wings is not hard. And then you could just play, like, Rapidash with this thing. What deck do I want to face? Man, what have you got? What have you got for me? I'll face them all. I mean, I'm going to go Quick Ball here. Do that first. Maybe you could argue not doing it first, but it's fine. No Snorlax to be found. Well, that is a bit of a worry. It's fine. Let's do this. And I guess what we'll do is grab what do we need in this matchup? Charizard. So it's not necessarily going to be the VMAX. It could be the V-Star. Route will do, you know, a not insignificant amount of damage. Not a great amount of damage, but it's not fantastic either. Let's just research it. Give ourselves a big old hand. Quick Ball can get rid of the Slowbro and give us, I would say, another Minccino in this position. The problem is that we didn't grab an energy, which is a bit of a shame, but it do be like that sometimes. So hit done. And next turn's going to be a bit... Bit of an interesting one. Alright, here comes the V-Star, like I thought. Not the VMAX. Which is fine. We'll get there. Discarding the Avery and favoring the Radiant Charizard to the bench. Research does get rid of an early Ordinary Rod, which is not ideal, but sometimes you have to do these things to get your deck online. Path to the Peak is going to put the damper on this Charizard, hopefully, but perhaps they'll just hold on to a stadium and look for their moment that way. I'm not going to evolve the active, because if anything, I think I want to use Call for Family this turn, if I have to. We aren't facing damage spread as far as I know, so we'll just discard the Manaphy here with Make Do. An unfortunate line here. Very paltry access to cards. I mean, I probably should try the Gudra matchup, Daryl. So, yeah. Let's do it. So you see the Moltres coming in. Fantastic Pokemon for this matchup. For them, that is. Alright. Can't really afford to fall behind very much more, so let's try and make a go at drawing into a supporter. Serena. Certainly what we are looking for here. I think I'm going to Ordinary Rod. Just a line back in. Just empties the card from our hand as well while we're at it. I'll put Choice Belt here. We'll go Path to the Peak. We're going to go Serena for 5. So we've got an energy. That's a good start. That means that we can get started with Cleavor. We can also Flare Parade here, so we're kind of spoilt for choice. Okay, I want to level ball and grab ourselves another Minccino. We don't want to neglect our draw engine. Phantom Transform. We'll just take the Braxton here. Oh, actually, no, that's a misplay. Cleavor has a lot more HP, so that's worth... That's something that's worth considering with Cleavor. It's high HP total. It's actually quite nice to have access to. Never mind. Live and learn. And, you know, if they attack with Explosive Fire anyway, and use Magma Basin here, they're doing enough damage anyhow. No? Okay. So, recognizing... The important thing, I think, is that they know they could have... well, maybe. I guess... Anyhow. Zoroark. Alright, I think we go... I'm going to do it like this first. Yep, that's good. Let's transform here so I can get the double turbo out of my hand. Take the Cleavor this time. It just has a little bit of extra HP. And this Charizard doesn't have damage on itself yet, so Star Blaze is what you're looking at to get the KO, unless you can engineer that situation. I think we'll take the Incense here and let's grab Cinccino. Right, like this. It's gonna be a Serena and discard the other Serena. I think that puts us at max damage now with Braxton. Let's do this. Some of this. This one, get rid of you. Okay. Pretty good. So now we're cruising, right? We might be a little behind in the damage. Not the damage, but the prize trade. But what we're looking for is a situation where our opponent is sitting at 1 prize, and we've got 2 remaining, and then we just take the game with Slowbro. They miscalced there. They assumed that they would get the KO on the Cleavor, but that is not the case, and that is certainly going to help us. Level ball. No targets, unfortunately. This is a point in the game where I also do want to be somewhat careful about our draws, because I have lost games due to going a little bit too ham with the Cinccino draws. So, but on the same token, we do also want to make sure that we've got the Pokemon coming up in the rear ready to go. Let's route. Okay, maybe I could have held that for a turn, but well, we'll be able to finish off this Charizard with the Braxton. Alright, no Stadium out of them, which is fine. Quick Ball's good. Let's do it. I want that. Just have it ready. Alright. Take Braxton here. Or however you pronounce its name. Flare Parade. Straightforward stuff. Nice and strong attack. And we're barreling down on a favorable game state. We've got no more Serena left in the deck, so this Crobat KO is off the table for the moment. So they're going to hit us with the Roxanne, but thankfully we've got much in the way of Cinchino to pull us through. If they fail to hit a stadium here, they won't be attacking. Should be quite detrimental to their chances. Hopefully not a Crobat. Yep, Charizard. Barrel. Last chance at a stadium. Is it enough? Can I just Slowbro now? No. And I'll tell you why. You can only use this attack if your opponent has exactly one prize card. So it does get a bit risky because you've got to engineer a game state where your opponent is allowed to get to their final prize. Yes, you can't Slowbro aggressively, sadly. But never mind. No, today should be a relatively long stream, and I am accepting all sorts of requests for games tonight. So if you would like to play Emerald, I will get in there and play with you. Exciting news today, Emerald. Pokemon TCG Live is now globally available. So no more VPNs required. GG Charizard, GG. Got him. So I want to take a look at this deck. And so we've got a couple of Serena in this list, right? But I kind of want to go even more ham. With the amount that I have available. How's this for a draw engine? Colress, Serena, and Raihan. Pretty rad. I guess you could go one. Maybe go like, do it like this. This could be alright. Alright, I'm going to play one game with the Torterra, and then we can get some viewer games in, if you're all keen. Radiant Gardevoir is not the ideal open. Alright, I'll hold you to that, Anime. You making pizza? Now I'm hungry. You're making me hungry, bro. Get the feeling this might be a slow open for them, so... Let's go double Turtwig. Done. You haven't eaten today, so you feel it? Oh, yeah. Get it into you. Wow, look at this. These shenanigans. What's Colress now? Take that. Take this. And we need the net. Kinda wanna keep Big Charm. Everything I can. Alright, let's go one of these ones. No, Turtwig. Done. Alright, a bit unfortunate on the Colress experiment draw there, to be honest. Hey, that's not very nice. That's not very nice. Very short turn from our opponent. We are going to scoop up net this, go into the grottle. Let's use up that rare candy while we're here too. Alright, good opportunity. Sundren Shell. Another Torterra, of course. For itself. We are going to attack this turn. Evo Press. 150. Not a huge amount, but that will grow in time. The Lone Crobat facing off against us. What are we up against? Loving Veil, Radiant Gardevoir, Damage Pump. Smells like Zoroark V. Sure enough, Gengar, another essential component of the Hisuian Gardevoir deck. Hisuian Zoroark deck. Beginning to finally set things up for themselves, but we're also threatening a very, very strong turn for ourselves. Quick tune right off the top. And Sundren Shell and grab ourselves one last Turtwig for the road. Okay. Quite a number of them in play now. I don't really fancy this Torterra's chances in the immediate future. Just knowing how explosive this deck can be. So we'll start developing an undamaged Torterra on the bench. We are putting ourselves in a fairly good position. Couple of prizes. Now over to our opponent, who's a couple of turns behind in this game, but certainly not outside the realm of possibility for them to turn things around. Incense here, grabbing another Hisuian Zoroark. Gonna evolve that one on the bench and look to use the V-Star power to draw a fresh hand. One last pair of Hisuian Zoroarks to round out the bench. A singular powerful energy attached to this one means that this Zoroark is not attacking. Which means we're pretty close to landing a KO on this Zoroark. But let's not be too hasty. I think I'd touch a grass energy here just to be sure that I can do something with it. And so there is an argument here to grab, you know, at least some more Pokemon out to minimize or to maximize the odds of drawing something that'll be useful as our top deck. Ah, I forgot 270 HP, not 280. Crucial breakpoint for us. Only requiring 5 evolution Pokemon in play for Evo Press to get the KO. Professor's research, looking for some more resources to try and stabilize, but being at, you know, 6-1 does not feel great if you're the Zoroark player. We are in a position where we do need to play through the Pokemon that they put in front of us because... Oh, well, actually that's not true. Because we haven't seen a single Serena yet. So, we are just waiting on a Serena to make it happen. Alright, well, Torterra's ready to go. Let's promote it. Have to give this one a think. What do we like? So I'm going to evolve. I think Cricketot here, just to cut off any ideas around reducing the max HP given by Swelling Tune. Go Torterra here. And we'll evolve. Grass Energy over here and Evo Press. Not quite the KO, but very close. Very, very close. And you've got to worry if you're the Zoroark player, because if you commit to attacking with that Zoroark, you are risking a not so great outcome, for sure. Reducing the damage on the Zoroark. And playing for the out where I don't have a Grass Energy available, which, to be honest, not bad line. We do hit the Colress Experiment, though, so we might be okay. We're just going to play it straight away. Grass. Yeah, we got it all. Could have had it all. Alright, we did it. Yay. GG. Swing Zoroark. They had a very poor opening, unfortunately for them. So we were able to capitalize quite well. Alright, I think we are due for a game with Anime. So Anime, if you are around, let's play. Let's play, mate. I will probably play Zoroark, because it's a deck that sort of like fits all the things that I want to play. I want to play a deck that's like a little bit different, a deck that can feel a bit unfair to play against, and a deck that like interests me and seems fun. So that's why I'm interested in playing Zoroark. Alright, well, when you're online, there you are. We'll run it. So here's my Zoroark deck. Good luck. GLHF. I'm going to rename the stream to, to add games with viewers. Alright, cool. Let's go Zorua. Now, nobody tell Anime, but I am somewhat worried about my board. This is not good. Just gonna go ahead and say it. Okay. I may be in trouble. So the reason why you gotta like test so much and change cards, put them in, pull them out, is to sort of learn the lessons that you need. Hey, Ghost. Thanks for backing me up. Thanks for backing me up, bro. Now, I am going to be in hardcore Pokemon mode for probably the next 2 weeks as I practice and prepare for regionals, but I want to think about other games that I want to play on stream as well. Ghost, would you be excited if I said I wanted to play through something like Hollow Knight on stream? Oh, also, tomorrow, not tomorrow, the day after, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet comes out, so I am going to be playing that on stream. That'll be at least a little bit different, you know? But I do want to... I have been thinking I want to play through Hollow Knight. The heck am I supposed to do with this? Honestly, haven't played it yourself? Well, I mean, it's one that I know that I've wanted to play for a long time, but just never quite got around to, so I want to. Might be a nice chill game to play at another point. So this is the fabled Hisuian Arcanine V deck that uses Galarian Zapdos to gather all the energy with irresistible force. Very cool deck idea for sure. Easy peasy with the damage. I think this is the deck where we need Manaphy. Alright, looks like we got sort of getting there. Alright, so we're gonna get a bit tricky here, right? We're gonna do this. Make do, get rid of that one. Getting a bit tricky. We're gonna scoop up net, pick it up. That one active, put this down. Actually, that wasn't as tricky as I wanted it to be. Oops. Oops. That's alright. We're gonna do this. Call family. Don't think we need Snorlax at this point. We're just gonna go double Zorua. It's gonna be a rough game. We'll try our best. We do have 3 Ordinary Rod in the deck, so we can manage the early discards a little bit better than you might think, but it is still a bit of a struggle. Continuing to attach the Stone Energy. I don't think that we actually run any type of way to exploit the grass weakness, so it may be just a raw damage game. You know, perhaps attacking with Falapel if we can get it into the discard pile. Let's aim for that, shall we? So let's go Cinccino. Gonna level ball here, and Falapel is what I'm looking for. Because they've got many abilities on deck. Let's do this. Yep, I think we put Path to the Peak down. We want Zoroark here. Let's take that. But now we're getting a bit desperate for Zoroarks. Let's go Quick Ball. Take another Minccino. Gonna research and hope for the best. Ordinary Rod, great. No. Phantom Transform, we are going to go into the Acidic Mucus Falapel. And what I'm sort of realizing here is that Path to the Peak, I actually messed up. Because it's going to reduce the damage from acidic mucus. Because this says rulebox Pokemon have no abilities, right? Which means this one, and this one will have none. Which means I'm only doing 100 damage. Ugh. And then the stone energies are going to make it do even less. Ugh. Well. That's disappointing. Shouldn't have put the Path to the Peak down. Gotta learn. That is something that I have played around previously, but this game serving as a painful reminder to read the text on the cards before flippantly playing something like Flapple to the active spot. Never mind. We will try. Let's make do. Let's make do. Incense. Zoroark. Only one Serena in the discard pile. What do we do? So this is doing 160. That's enough. Guess it has to be Cleavor, right? Kind of want to draw. Let's do both. Go ham. Go hard or go home. You know? Yeah, I think I owned myself in this game. Fortunately. Path to the Peak is a bit of a betrayal. Important lesson learned from this game, even if I lose. It's all part of the process. Have to remember these things. If I'm going to play a deck rather, that looks to shut off their abilities as much as what ours does with Path to the Peak, then we must remember the interaction between it and Flapple. Have to remember. Zorua. Let's quick ball here just to see what we can find. I'm starting to run a little bit dry here. It's a little unfortunate. It would be nice to keep this. I guess we could risk it, though. So I want to keep the other two cards. I'm going to risk it. And it paid off. It paid off. I guess we'll just take Cleaver here. It is not destined for this world for very long, so... Drought. Take the KO. Couple of prizes. I think we lose here by virtue of our opponent simply being too far ahead. Prizes. Little bit unfortunate, but just the world we're in. Yep, Daryl sounds good. Bit of an unfortunate misplay. We were defeated by the path to the peak. Our opponent's now sort of playing around the potential for me to flapple now that they've gotten rid of path to the peak. Not playing down any more Pokemon that they don't need. The unfortunate lack of a grass weakness on the Arcanine is somewhat stifling. Yeah, even if I ran Wormadam, it wouldn't have been enough here. I think you got me, bro. A big old GG. I don't think even Braxton does it. Right. Is there any way I can discard this without losing? How many rods have I used? All of them. Dang. We are close to glory. See, that gets the KO just. But unfortunately, we weren't able to hit the last Serena before our opponent simply passes the turn and wins. Bit of a shame, because we were quite close. How you going, Jeff? We're doing games with viewers, so if you've got a PTCGO account, although live went out today, I do not have a deck set up in that yet, but hopefully I will be playing a bit of live now that the beta has gone global. Try it out. What I didn't realize about the game is that you can choose not to migrate your account when you create it. And it's not like you lose your cards or anything. Like, you can just migrate your account later, and it puts your new collection and your old collection together. Apparently. I'm going to test it out myself, I guess, but yeah, hopefully that is the way it works. GG Anime, I learned a very important lesson about my deck today. Good game, yeah. Yeah, I made one very major mistake with the Zoroark. Sort of able to bring it back at the end, but just simply did not have the cards remaining in deck. Makes me want to run like a Pidgeot V. Glad I played the path. Yeah, I bet. That's alright. That's the way these games go. Just, you know, gotta learn. You gotta make these mistakes, you know? You have to make mistakes. Gotta make mistakes. Otherwise, you never learn. You don't grow. You hope it works that way? Well, you will be able to learn by watching me try and fail. But somebody on Burbank City on Facebook asked that question. They asked, what happens if you don't migrate and start playing and like start collecting cards for your account and then you migrate later? And what they said, or what people seem to be saying, is that you can migrate later, and it just adds your old cards to your current new collection. So, what I recommend doing, like do your own research, of course, but assuming that is the way it works, I would start a new account and start playing both games. If you're a free-to-play player, start playing both games. Because, one, you're going to have to move to it eventually, so start now. Two, the free cards you get are really quite good. So, get your free cards. You know? Get your free cards. You know, if PTCGO gave you half a Lugia V-Star deck for free, it would be unheard of. It'd be crazy. Alright, our opponent playing a form of Lost Box here. See Metal Energy hit the discard pile, so there's the accompanying Goodra. Cat's out of the bag. Maybe you could have told by the deck box color scheme, but we are up against the Goodra, using the Lost Zone engine in order to accelerate energy. To begin with, they are looking to hit that first breakpoint of 4 cards in the Lost Zone. We've got 3 so far, and that's the turn. So we are reasonably fortunate there that it worked out that way. Now, how do we navigate this turn? Have a bit of a think. A little bit of a think. So we're going to quick ball here and get rid of a Serena to begin with. Now, I feel like I should be able to take a KO this turn. Given the cards that I've got in hand, I feel like it's not outside the realm of possibility. Pick this one up, promote that Zoroark, put this down, and double turbo is not going to cut it unless we get something that hits harder than that. I think I'm going to research. Sure, anime, sure. So... Just keep trying. Keep moving through it. Alright, so... Alright. Okay, I think we're good, because now we can incense. We grab a Zoroark, and we just attack with Night Days. Alright, Alright, so Twin Energy. We are going to quick ball a Serena here. Get it into the discard pile. We'll take another... Might have to take this. Actually, just to be safe. Gotta respect the Radiant Greninja. Do not forget about it. And now we just attack with Night Days. KO. And now what's interesting about Zoroark, it has a very important HP breakpoint, 120 HP, right? So Cramorant is not getting a KO. Greninja is not getting a KO either, so it's not exactly clear cut here. And it's kind of like a feels bad turn if it ends with them attacking into Zoroark. That doesn't feel great. Some more cards hitting the Lost Zone. They're well and truly at that... No, in fact, they're at 6 cards. This Comfey will give them the 7th card in the Lost Zone. And that's the second breakpoint for Lost Zone cards in this deck. Of course, they're looking for 7 in there in order to use Mirage Gate. Speaking of which, Mirage Gate selects a Pokemon that they have in play and accelerates a couple of basic energy to them, which is quite a fantastic energy acceleration engine available to us now in the game. Energy going on to the Goodra. Retreating into the Cram. Do they have a way of disrupting the active, or are they just going to pummel the Zoroark? What's going to happen? It's 110. Quite the KO that they were aiming for. We have some schemes up our hand, you know. There are things that we can do. Do this. But we haven't got the right cards. Actually, so we can do this. We can go Level Ball. We're going to grab Flapple. Because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards with abilities. But we have Path to the Peak, so... Though, we are doing a lot of damage. Even if it's not the KO, it's like 200. Which is pretty good. That's pretty good. So even though they sort of don't get KO'd in one hit, I don't actually mind this. So we're going to go Phantom Transform, which does feel kind of bad that we're going to lose the Twin Energy here. But still very good. We're going to attach, right, Serena. And then I have to think about whether I want to put another Pokemon on the bench. Kind of want another Zorua here. Now that was a little bit risky. I should have played the Ordinary Rod first. But it worked out in the end. It was fine. Now, if the Goodra goes for the Rolling Iron without healing, we don't have to hit very high to get the KO on the Goodra. So, bit of a tricky spot to be in if you're TCK Sling. If you can get rid of the Stadium, you can Moisture Star. We've got the energy now to attack. Simply a Rolling Iron for the turn. Promote a Zorua, and we just kind of have to hope that we get what we need. This is kind of bad, but we are going to make do, and we are going to get rid of the Ordinary Rod. So we got Zoroark. But I don't think transforming into Zoroark helps here. We're gonna have to go Snorlax. And pass. Unfortunately. Not great. Not good. A moment of reprieve for our opponent as we miss what could be a crucial turn, but as it stands, we're doing okay. Just okay. You'd pay good money for Path to not exist. You're so tired of it. That is a fair enough sentiment to have. Fair enough. It is the card that has bought me my best finish in a very long time. It got me the top 8 at Brisbane Regionals last time round, so I very much want to pay homage to it. Try it again. Wrong Iron is the attack. We are going to promote the Snorlax here. We are going to fall behind a little bit. But not sort of willing to risk our position here. No Zoruas in the deck either, which is a bit of a concern. Let's try and make do our way out of this. Alright, double turbo, that's a start. Not double turbo, rather, Twin Energy. Ordinary Rod is good. We'll just slam that straight away. Bit unfortunate that we lost a Zorua there, but not a whole lot else we can do about it, I'm afraid. Let's go on dice. A few options there. Nothing too exciting. We do very much want to hit the Zorua that we recovered. If we can. Marnie, support for the turn means that our Zoroark is relatively safe. If my opponent had the boss, it would put us in a very dire position. Could end up just being the rolling iron, leaving us with Zoroark to swing in with. Let's see, Mirage Gate. Placing some more energy on the Gudra. Perhaps a Hyper Potion is on the cards. Retreating. Another option, of course. Looking for a chance to use Moisture Star. Convey, give them access to at least one more card with Flower selecting. Hopefully it's a good one. Not taking the water. The Scoop Up Net gives them one more chance. Flower selecting. What's it going to be? Switch. Ultra Ball. Another Gudra to round out the bench. Of course, at this point, you kind of just want to go for it, right? Evolution Incense may be handy. To the Incense. And we'll fetch. That's good. We might fetch this. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Alright, make do. Zorua. Excellent. And we may just Gormandize for one. We're going to take it easy. Our opponent's got a very ordinary looking board. Only one card in the hand. So, may just be an attack. Spit innocently. It's going to put them firmly in the lead as far as prizes go, but hopefully we can make something happen on our side. So, we no longer have Serena in the back pocket, so it is going to be a bit of a fight ahead of us. Braxton. The Pokémon. And we are going to make do. Right. That's Ordinary Rod. Do you want to get that Zorak line back one more time? Like the cards in our hand, I might get rid of the research. I'm not feeling this, so we'll just leave the board open. Flare Parade. Okay. So we certainly have enough on board to try and keep up. They're going to take a prize and go down to 2. We come in with Braxton. Take a prize. They're actually playing it quite well. It's not going to be easy. We may yet lose this game because not having Serena remaining in the deck, it kind of makes me want to put Palpad back in. Bit of an unfortunate outcome, to be honest. Bit of an unfortunate outcome. So I think we fall just short. Might need Palpad. Because without the ability to one-hit KO the Gudra, we're in a bit of a bind. There is one last Hail Mary. Alright, we're gonna play it like this. Are you ready for this, Sling? Are you ready for this? Unfortunate. That could have been really good. No! What are you doing? You win! You win, bro! Sleep could have worked. But not to be. GG! GG, Gudra. Not the greatest matchup for us, I'm afraid. But we had like a really good open and it slipped from our fingers. So why did we lose? Not this one. Had you sweating? Well, that's what Zorak does. I think it's Gotta respect it, you know? So we lost because we needed Serena, didn't we? But I don't know that the answer is to put, you know, another Palpad, like to put Palpad in. But maybe it is. Maybe it is. Let's try. And we'll go to 1 scoop up net. And maybe that's enough to deal with Snorlax. This is the thing I worry about. Snorlax getting in the way. Certainly do need Serenas in the discard for Braxian, but what you can do at the very end of the game is put the Serenas back into your deck and then use them on the same turn. Make a basic that has rally back so you can keep damage every turn. Is that the do more damage if you lost a Pokemon? Oh, let's play anime. You're here. Yeah. I've seen some other interesting ideas floating around too. Have all of you seen this deck floating around using Togekiss VMAX and the new Altaria? Fantastic. So there's Togekiss, which we all know is already quite good. And then it uses the new Altaria that takes all the damage on your Pokemon and puts them on your opponent's active. So assuming that your opponent cannot one-shot the Togekiss, you should win on the back of Altaria, which is pretty exciting. Good evening to you, Dog Chow. How you going? Alright, Minchino in the active. And good luck, enemy. Eternal rival of the stream. Okay. Zorua. Quick Ball. Slowbro. Chino. Okay. I'm not going to bench this one yet. What's it done? If I get Marnie, that's, yeah, it's kind of whatever. Good evening to you, Dog Chow. How you been? Alright, we've got the rematch against the Arcanine. We are going to be more careful in this matchup. So the thing that goes well for us here is that this deck has abilities on virtually everything. So we can exploit that using Flapple. Just have to make sure we're not playing Path to the Peak. You tried live on your phone and it is cramped. Yeah, they're probably doing the best that they can with the idea of playing Pokemon cards on a phone. For some reason, they insist on portrait mode. Ugh. Go landscape, bro. Design it around landscape. There's no reason. But it is what it is. just not a game made for portrait mode. Daryl, you glad you got a dub? Yeah, buddy. A dubious title, but as they like to say in the industry, we take those. We take those. Yeah, the only result that matters is the most recent one. You know? It's the last game we played that matters the most. Alright. Shreya. Going through the motions of the turn. Radiant Gardevoir on the bench, although it's not doing anything for them in this matchup, so actually wouldn't advise dropping it knowing that I don't play Pokemon V. Wow. The turn 2 Rock Bullet. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's go, Zorua. So, right on time, here's the Flapple that I mentioned previously. We are going to incense here. And we'll take... I mean, what do we like here? I think that I've got it. Well, obviously I'm going to take the Zoroark. Okay, and I think we are just going to use the Flapple this turn. So transform into Flapple. Got a lot in this opening hand, which is nice. Put down a Rangaroo just for fun. Draw. Alright, we got a level ball. So that's handy. Yeah. Level ball. Grab ourselves a Zorua. Bench it. Okay. Let's put away the scoop up net, see what we get. Ooh. Choice belt. So I really want to get another Zorua on the bench, but I don't think that I can just yet. I need a little bit more in the hand because I really like all of these cards. So let's just go ahead and acidic and see where things take us to from here. Daryl, Miltank irritates you, but you play 2 Meloetta in Mew. Ooh, gross. And 2 Cram in Gudra to deal with it. Yeah, good idea. It's kind of... For as strong as Miltank looks like it is, or could be, or should be, there is a lot of different ways to handle it. But, that being said as well, there are a lot of decks that disrespect it. So, you know. It's quick ball, and we'll take the final Zorua in the deck, which is, you know, not fantastic. Primate Wisdom. Maybe we'll put this one away, see what we get. Boo! Okay, so let's make do. What do I do? So I have to do this. Flapple isn't getting this KO. There's actually not a lot. There's not a lot getting the KO, so I'm going to get rid of Choice Belt. This matchup, it really feels bad. It really feels bad. Acidic Mucus. 30, 40 HP remaining on the Arcanine. This is going to force them to put another Arcanine into play. And following in the footsteps of the Arcanine before it, attaching Cape of Toughness and Stone Energy, I believe. It's the name of the special energy. Stone Energy to reduce the incoming damage. Gutsy Pickaxe has a dig. No fighting energy to be found, but Serena can be a welcome sight different times. Be good for us, this hand, but it's not to be. Players that don't think about getting punished get punished hard by Miltank. You've been that player and you knew what it was. Yeah, it's interesting. Creates an interesting dynamic to the metagame. And because Pokemon is... individual cards can hold a lot of influence over a matchup just by whether they're in the deck at all or not. It is interesting. We are going to make do the Appleton. Alright, research helps. So we can do this. Right. And this. We'll also do this. Have I done that too early? No, good. Put those back. I'm going to put the quick ball away because I do want to use it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we're discarding the belt, but that feels really bad. I don't think it makes a difference, though. I think it's always a 2-hit KO on these Arcanines, so... yeah, okay. Let's Phantom Transform. Grab ourselves a Flapple. Research. Discard Serena. Maybe a misplay, though, actually. We've got more Serenas in the deck. We've still got 2, so... certainly still an option available to us. Let's go ahead and Mucus in a second. We can do this now. Just grab a line back. One more time. Do this for the rest of the game. And Mucus. Couple of prizes. Not too shabby. Hopefully the Cinchinos will be enough to carry us through. Get ourselves some cards that we desperately need. Another Stone Energy comes down on the Arcanine and sort of threatens a difficult time ahead. I am now regretting getting rid of the Serena in place of, say, Path to the Peak. I think getting rid of Path to the Peak would have been much better. So the line of play that we need to take is that we need to try and use Serena on the Crobat and knock it out to put ourselves at 2 prizes remaining. And then, of course, Slowbro is our win con at that point. We can just ignore the Arcanine in front of us. If we try to play the prize trade, I think we lose. Probably. We need to win like 1 turn faster than attacking this Arcanine V would allow. So, do you need to try and hit? So we need Energy. And we need Serena off the next 5 cards. Bit of a tall order if you ask me, but we're going to do our best. We shall see. All our opponent needs to do is click attack. If they whiff the energy needed this turn, that is fantastic news for us. It gives us a little bit of leeway. We'll have to see if that is going to eventuate or not. The Zapdos. Maybe enough. Zapdos and an energy. Training Court. Good start. Yep. There it is. So, energy gets accelerated. And then Irresistible Force moves the energy to the Arcanine. Handy. KO with Rock Ball. Very good. So we need to promote Zorua. We've laid out our win con here. We are going to level ball, try and thin just a smidgen. Don't think that we've sort of got the ability to engineer a one-hit KO on the Arcanine no matter what, so just make do here. Ooh, okay, that's part one. Make do, path to the peak. I'll grab that for you soon, Daryl. Just hang out. Oh my. We've got ourselves a game. Alright, we've got a game. Phantom, so let's just be careful. Phantom transform into Flapple. Knock out the Crobat. Transform into Flapple. Extremely lucky game for us. Primate Wisdom. Okay. I don't think that playing Path to the Peak here would matter, so I am just going to go for the Mucus. Big 300 damage. And some prizes to boot. Okay. Now, my opponent knows Slowbro is in the discard pile. What will they do? This may be a checkmate situation, but I don't know the full contents of the Arcanine V deck. Maybe it's got some kind of shenanigans available to it that I'm not aware of. I don't know. That Crobat provided our route to victory, thankfully. Extremely lucky to get the Serena on the turn that we did. We had to get that combo of cards. We had to hit energy. We had to hit a Serena. At that point, there was like, what, 20 cards left in deck? So we did have the ability to see a quarter of the deck. And we just got reasonably lucky to hit the cards that we needed in the cards remaining. It's like, so our opponent is going to try and put together some kind of strategy. Zapper Kick might buy a turn. Could be a line. Still does not necessarily put them closer. Alright, Daryl, I've got a Discord link for you. Please feel free to join us. So, let's just play it out. Do a Cinccino. Cleavor. Okay. And then there was one. Our opponent now looking for a way to stay in this game. allowing a Pokemon to get knocked out was one way to extend the length of the game. They probably realized that we do not run boss's orders in the deck, so putting up the single prize Pokemon and dropping to one prize is not the worst. It's not the worst. So here comes Zapper Kick. They discard energy to use the attack, but they will get the paralysis, which is quite powerful. Especially given our lack of meaningful ways to deal with it. Although, we've not seen Scoop Up Net yet, so it could still be on the cards. Another V Pokemon hits the board as well, providing another way in which we could win this game, but it is enough for us to knock out a one prize Pokemon at this stage, so we'll see. No disruption, just going with the Clara here. Grab back some essentials. Okay. Energy is plenty welcome. All in all, a pretty fantastic deck, to be honest. Quite interesting. Zapdos with the Hisuian Arcanine. So, paralysis incoming. Maybe our opponent has a Zigzagoon or something to get the cheeky KO here. Do you have the Pal Pad? So, that's an option too. I'm going to play this and just see what's in the deck. So the Scoop Up Net is in there. So let's try and draw for it. We are going to make do Cleavor. I think this gives us the win. But let's play it out. And there it is. Scoop Up Net. The Flapple comes out. Quick concede. After seeing that card come out, it would have just been a matter of transforming into one of several appropriate attackers for that final turn and attaching the twin energy in order to win. Good game. Good game. GG. How do you use live on PC? I don't know, Daryl. I don't know. I don't actually know. I actually just assume that there is a PC client. Slowbro is OP. Yeah. Yeah, it forces you to play in a bit of a weird way, huh? And so the other night, I had... So when Slowbro was first revealed, people were kind of afraid of this stalemate situation that can occur in the mirror match, where both players can get down to 2 prizes remaining, and then they're not incentivized to attack each other at that point. Because if both sides have a Slowbro at the ready, then whoever attacks first loses. Because you go down to 1 prize, and then your opponent goes, well, I'll use Twilight Sparkle and win, and take 2 prizes. It's very, very funny. So I wonder if what I need to do in this deck is play the Pidgeot. Because the Pidgeot is like your ultimate way of beating the mirror match. But I don't know, like rather than trying to win the mirror match that way, it probably is better just to run cards like Pal Pad through Ordinary Rod. Replenish your supply of cards and make sure that you can win those late game situations that way. Hey, Ghost coming in clutch. Nice. Nice one. What do I do with it? What do I do with this deck? Is this it? Have we hit our 60? Surely not. I'm not 100% about this Cleavor. The high HP is kind of good, though. This HP is good. But I don't know about the rest of the card. But I don't really want to go Wormadam either. So I guess it has to be Cleavor. But it almost feels useless. I almost like just don't feel good about putting it in the deck. So let's think for a moment if instead of Cleavor you go Wormadam, right? So to one-hit KO, let's be generous and say that they've got Big Charm, Arceus V-Star, right? So Arceus V-Star with 310 HP, you really need to be hitting for 160 damage, right? So let's think. With Wormadam, Matron's Anger is 30 base. So you need 13 Pokemon in the discard pile. And then you could minus it by 30 if you've got Choice Belt. So that's like 10. Is 10 doable? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Maybe. It's a bit rough, actually, trying to one-hit KO with the fighting Wormadam. It's a little bit rough. I really don't think Cleavor is it. I really don't. 140 HP is nice. I do agree with that, Daryl. I do agree. Altaria, though, just gets owned by Crams. Yeah, we can play again if you want, Anime. I'm just having a quick look. Just to consider, I guess. Is there anything else that we can do here? I guess let's filter it down to fighting as well, because fighting is what we're sort of examining here for the moment. Okay, so Anorith. No, not Anorith. Hey, Emerald. Yeah, that's right. I agree, Daryl. I agree. Rapid Spin? That's not good. That's not a good attack. That Rune Rigus, not very good. Looking out for any sort of double color shenanigans. Gliscor's not good. Big Hand? Big Hand? There is very vulnerable, but it's not quite what we're looking for. Quagsire beat? No, not Sandaconda. Not Sandaconda. Alpha Rage? No. So, like, Wormadam is like a maybe. What we're looking for is a better potential Arceus counter. Or maybe you just don't care about Arceus. Maybe you just don't care about it. Who cares about Arceus? Right? Who cares? No one cares about Arceus. It's actually being really bullied out of the format when you think about it. Arceus is not that common. Steel Wormadam might be worth it for Kyurem. You just play Mighty Anna. Just beat it down with Mighty Anna, bro. When you have Flapple, no worries. Well, Arceus can sort of just limit its bench. So I don't think Flapple handles it very well either. So in the end, what do you do? Do you just go the... We just go the Braxton route? Wormadam seems solid. Yeah, we can try subbing Wormadam back in. Hello? Thank you. Yeah. But I agree that the HP is really good. Like, the thing with that... So, if you think about Cramorant is often in a deck that wants to run wide with the... Let's go back. Let's go back to Cleavor. Right, so, think about it for a second. Cram is often in decks that want to run wide with their boards. So Route and Cleavor becomes really good because Cramorant can't one-shot the Cleavor. So if you manage to go first and then in your second turn get Cleavor active, that is quite good. That is quite a good outcome for you. Because then your opponent can't retaliate with Cram. It's not, you know, they're not going to be one-shotting the Cleavor in any case. I think you wanted a rematch. I will give you a rematch. We're continuing to play the Zoroark. I know I've got the Palkia in the thumbnail, but it's hard to know what I'm going to test. We playing? You're not playing? Are we playing, anime? Okay, no worries. You want a Quagsire that has the mightiest ability for V-Stars? Maybe we'll... Well, look. Given that Paldean Wooper is... Oh, you meant Mighty Anna? Once you want a Quagsire with the Mighty Anna ability for V-Stars instead. Yeah, I could get behind that. Maybe we'll be blessed with a good Quagsire line for the Wooper gang when Scarlet and Violet cards come out. Speaking of which, Scarlet and Violet do come out on Friday. I will be streaming it. I will stream it on Friday. So when my partner goes off to work, I'll play some. So hopefully you're not too fussed with spoilers and things like that, but I thought it'd be fun to just sort of sit in a stream and play through the game casually together. Be quite fun. I am going to be no-lifing it a little bit. I'm taking Friday off from work so I can play it on release. It's going to be enjoyable. We're going to have a good time. Play as much of it as we can on stream, and then, yeah, we'll just play it here and there. You can never play the game, so you'll enjoy watching me play instead. Okay, well, I'm glad. Yeah. Let's keep looking at the deck and decide if there's any adjustments that we want to make. Through research, Force Arena seems to be adequate. This is a bit of a curious question mark The old Snorlax. The problem is that we only have 3 Quick Ball in the deck to get it there into the active, you know? So it's a little bit difficult to try and get it on your very first turn, you know? So maybe we go the Hisuian Basculin instead. You know, that opens up a bit more in the way of cards. I could also look, even though we're running all these paths to the peak, maybe Jirachi is fine as well. Can you get a game after? Hopefully Emerald, hopefully. Wooper is unaffected by path? True. So I will accept that. I'm just going to save. I'm going to try Jirachi in this. I'm going to try. So... Oh. Is Kyurem without Palkia a thing? I think that people tried to build it without Palkia in the very early stages of Astral Radiance. But Palkia as the partner Pokemon seemed to make sense. You migrated. Did you move everything, Daryl? Don't tell me you moved everything. Unless that's what you were aiming for. Because now you can't play PTCGO. If you migrated everything. You wanted to not migrate everything, but hang on. Okay, so I gotta think. What are we up against? We're up against Urshifu, though. Alright. So let's go Manaphy. We are going second. What do we want? It would be quite amusing to hit them with the Behemoth. And we probably... Okay, let's think. What's good abilities? Not much. Do I want Cleavor? Cleavor is actually good too. Because it survives the 120 damage attack, I guess. So... Bit of a slow turn, I know. We'll just grab Slowbro here, get that out of the way. We are going to discard here and get rid of very hearty sum of Pokemon. Uh-oh. What do I do? Dude, what do I do? What the heck? Hello? What is that hand? Bro, what was that? No. Dead hands feels bad. Alright, what is the best deck I could play that runs the Inteleon engine and 4 Paths to the Peak? Should I become one of the few Arceus faithful? GG? Yeah, it might be. I think there's a good chance. Tower of Waters? Ugh. Now have you got cancelling Cologne, bro? No? Well, we still get a game then. But this could be it. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Dust off the Suicune? Bro, maybe. Let's just play Suicune Ludicolo. Let's just do it. Just play Suicune Ludicolo. Hey, do we think super effective glasses would be good in this deck? Is super effective glasses good? Does it only work with basic Pokemon? I got owned, bro. The answer to that question is never yes. But it could be yes. What if we split the difference? Right? And we go... And we went like... some of this action. No, get out of here. Alright, I will give Emerald a go. Give Emerald a game. Where are you, mate? What are we playing? Zoroark? It is a Zoroark kind of night, to be honest. Just a Zoroark kind of night. Have you all been enjoying these testing streams? Have they been entertaining? I know my personality isn't the most conducive to a chuckle fest, but I do try my best. Alright, let's see what Emerald, one of our oldest, most venerable viewers at this stage. It's nice to chill. I'm glad to hear Dog Chow. Commentary is good. That is encouraging. We are going to promote the Zoroark to the leading position. Today, you are the star, Zorua. And we see Kricketune and a few capes. Could this be Chestnut? Could it be? So I think I have to try the Zorua here, right? Maybe? Maybe? Maybe a Zorua will do. You've been liking these? Alright, that's good. That's good, Daryl. You know, we do have a meaningful purpose in these streams. I am trying to prepare for regionals. So there's the Chestnuts. Let's take a closer look. Needle line. If your active Chestnut V is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So the idea is that this ability stacks. Because it says if your active Chestnut V, it can refer to other Chestnuts with its ability. So every time I attack it, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. I'm going to be knocking myself out. So, in actuality, Chestnut, it's a bit of a problem. If they get 4 into play, we're knocking ourselves out. So that Serena is a very welcome Sight. Let's discard. And we'll discard these. Ugh. Oh, no. So, you know what I have to do? I have to attack with Night Days here. I can't Phantom Transform. If I Phantom Transform, I lose. Because I would have just knocked myself out, and then they just attack this Zoroark and win. That's funny. You're just gonna rebuild Mew on a new account? Fair enough. Okay. So. I think it's worth transforming into Braxton. Do this. We'll do this. Do this. We're gonna do this. No Jirachi, apparently. Quick ball the net. Take another Minchino. TCG Online. That'll take a bit of effort, won't it? Alright, we're gonna go Flare Parade, and then we're gonna have to promote probably just the Minchino, right? Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that that is sort of the outcome. Makes this matchup a bit more than a little bit rough. You know? More than a little bit rough. Let's go Minchino. So, we do have the goods to swing for another one-hit KO on the Chestnut. Thanks to the Braxton. That cape is going to change the script a little bit though. 320 HP. Quite the number. We just have to steadily play it out. Let's make do. Get rid of the Raichu. Maybe Mucus was better. Flapple. But... Oh. 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 Okay. Think. What do we want to do? Probably don't want to use up the energy, but... Like, I still think that this is worth it. Do we transform? So I'm thinking of doing this, right? And then we'll call for family here. I guess it's gonna be this, right? And we're gonna try and max out our draw power with Cinchino. Wait, did I not even use the ability after transforming? Nah. That's a bit silly. But yes, we've got a very important card in our deck, which does alleviate the problem that Needleline presents. Okay. Been thrown a bit of a bone here, which is good. Let's make do. Do need to continue to draw, so let's draw out a Mightyena. Get rid of that. Could have also gone for the route. The, what do you call that thing? The Cinchino, but Never mind. We do get what we need to play the turn out, so we'll retreat past the peak, turning off the needle line, and allowing us to attack with the Braxton. Boo! Says Emerald. Boo! Preserving that HP on the Braxton and presenting a bit of an issue. Hey, G-Juice 4K. Welcome back to the stream. Been a little while. How are you? Been playing cards? Or are you hanging out for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in a couple of days? Hope you're looking forward to it, because I know I am. I will be playing it. Alright, Zoroark in the lead. And got quite a few cards to grind through. This is promising, though. Let's transform right now into Braxton. Certainly helps. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. Let's make do. Alright, let's make do. Let's quick ball this one. Grab this. There's only one energy remaining in the deck. So we do need to thin as much as we can. This is getting dicey. Okay, so there is a chance that the double turbo is out of reach. But we're gonna try. There's a chance. Oh, buddy. Hopefully this is enough. Hopefully this is enough. 500, I'll say 500 is enough. Wow. You see that? 2 double turbos and the final 2 prizes? Gross. Gross. So Zoroark is able to handle the Chestnut thanks to power of Braxton. Flare Parade, quite formidable option. Quite the formidable option. Hey, anime. So, I think I'm gonna call it there. I don't have too much more time to stream tonight, so I think I'm gonna call it there. Have I got time for one more? You're good at twisting my arm, anime. You're good at twisting my arm. But you know what? I do need all the practice I can get. So this is my very final game. And I am going to play the Torterra for this game. So you better prepare yourself. I'm going to play Torterra. One more. Love that. Love that. Throwback, Ghost. Should I do a random Twitch stream for old time's sake? I've got everybody invested here, so I don't want to stream on Twitch anymore, you know. Like, especially if you've paid for the memberships to be here, right? I would feel bad if I started randomly streaming on Twitch. To be honest, like, that's probably part of the problem for a lot of these Twitch streamers that are, you know, partnered on Twitch and they don't want to stream elsewhere because they got so many people who are sub to them. It would feel bad if you were to start streaming on YouTube, you know, and sort of betray their memberships. Or in Twitch's case, subscribers. Alright, so we're gonna try and run the Torterra as our final game here. Probably gonna have to change my thumbnail for this Twitch VOD because I didn't end up playing Palkia at all, but I did just sort of want to demonstrate at least the cards that I'm thinking about for regionals. Palkia is the most the most likely card that I want to run. This is not a good open. Could stream on both. Yeah, I'm a Twitch affiliate, and that's technically against their terms of service. So I don't really want to do that. You know, draw a grass energy ASAP. Receive the ghostly gift. That's funny. The gift of ghost. Good bloke. I don't know. So I know that you can choose to stream on one or the other, but I don't think that dual streaming is allowed unless you've got a source for that, G-Juice, because that is something like I was following like a lot of that stuff early. If that is the case, then I probably will start dual streaming. I'll look into it. Maybe I will, but yeah. Like, if it is, fantastic. But I'm not sure if that's truly the case. I am very sad by this turn of events. It's allowed now? Really? Let's attach, because we do want the energy in the discard pile for the right-hand play if required. I am sad that so many of our grottles are in the prizes. You're making Curum with Frostlass. That's a good idea. That's not bad. I like that. Yeah. You're upset that they banned Forest Seal? Yeah. Live is buggy, to say the least. Certainly buggy. Drenched Shell. Take a Cricketot, perhaps. Put that over here. Done. Pretty slow on both sides here. Pretty slow. I'll look into that then, Juice and Anime. If you are each relatively confident that it is a thing, yeah, I could be convinced to dual stream. I think you have to pay for a service to do that, don't you? I don't think there's like an easy way. Resort to Torterra, mate. Don't knock it till you tried it. Don't knock it till you tried it, mate. Alright. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying a lot, but that's all I'm saying. Okay? Alright, come at me. I'm a massive Torterra, bro. What are you gonna do about it? I'll put Snorlax down just in case. That is true, Ghost. I've seen plenty of people do it, but like, yeah. Okay, alright. We can get going now. Evo Press. Evo Press. Anime is up to something. Alright, well, I've been convinced. I'll have to look into it. I don't really like having to manage both. I kind of like just having everything here on YouTube. You know, give you all just one place to come to be part of it and to consume it. But I know that there's just a whole demographic of viewers that I'm missing out on by being on YouTube only. Alright, we're getting there, bro. We're getting there. did one of these ones, I guess, and push forward with the Evo press. A Grottle and a Torterra for our efforts. Thank you very much. So now all we need is the candy, which can be delivered by our well-dressed friend. You'd probably alternate between talking on the two. Maybe I gotta put both chats on screen or something. Wow, we get to survive the attack. Very nice. Evo press. 260, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Alright. Bit of a slog this game, just going blow for blow at the moment. We are in a really good spot, to be honest. Yeah. Call it there. Don't blame you. It is a bit of an ordinary position to be in. GG! And even though it was a bit of a bad open from both of us, assuming that I was able to stabilize, it was a good matchup for us, so the Torterra standing strong. And, well, not that list. This one. Wasn't looking too fantastic. Okay, so the majority of the stream tonight was spent practicing with Zoroark. So let's take another look at it just to close things out. Maybe I can do a quick deck profile just to sell the idea a little bit to all of you. You watched the VOD from yesterday? Thanks, mate. Thanks for watching. But yeah, let's do a quick Zoroark deck profile and talk about the deck, and maybe I'll put a video together. I'm not too sure. I think I would like to, but look, hey, Rooper Gang, what's up, everybody? Vice Games here, and we're looking at an early draft of a Zoroark list, which I am considering for the Brisbane Regional Championship coming up. Now, it is sort of based on the list that did very well in a recent Limitless tournament. I'll put a link to that winning list in the description below. And we've sort of built on it a little bit and tried and put in our own ideas to see where we could get to. Mainly, I want to pay homage to Path to the Peak, which is a card that performed very well for me at Brisbane Regionals many months ago now. I managed to make top 8 on the back of the power of this card. And yeah, you might think it is at odds with the Jirachi, and to be honest, I would agree with you, but all you got to do is just not play Path to the Peak when you want to use Entrusted Wishes. Not every game are you going to get Radiant Jirachi out into the active spot. Sometimes you will. Yeah. Otherwise, we're looking at a few different options here. You've got Behemoth here, which is a bit different. Psychic Arrow does 60 to the bench, so you can use it to snipe out Dunsparce. Cleavor here with Route does 10 plus 30, for each of their benched Pokemon. So what's interesting about this Pokemon to me is that because of the high HP, it gives it some longevity against the Cramorant matchup. It means that it can take an attack from that Pokemon and reply in kind, because often that deck is running with a wide board, right? Often they'll have multiple Pokemon in place. So Cleavor gets to do some work there. And otherwise, the deck is kind of what you've come to expect from Zoroark. So to take things from the top, Zoroark with Phantom Transformation, choose a stage 1 from your discard pile, except Zoroark,
discard this Pokemon and all cards attached, and put the chosen Pokemon in its place. So you get to use Zoroark to transform into the Pokemon of your choice multiple times throughout a game to do exactly what you need it to. You got Mighty Anna here to counter Pokemon VMAXs, especially Mew VMAX, given that it's a Dark type hitting for 160 damage. You got Flapple and Appleton here to counter abilities and special energies. You've got Kleavor there. It's a fighting type, so you can exploit the weakness on Pokemon like Arceus, for example. Braxton here with Flare Parade just presents a lot of damage towards the end of the game once you get all of your Serena into the discard pile. Does 60 times the number of those in there. Very easily start hitting for 180 to 240 with this Pokemon. Raichu here with Ambushing Spark keeps your opposing Palkias honest, being able to do 40 plus 100 if they use their V-Star power, so quite good. And, you know, the usual bevy of Pokemon to help you out. You got a 3/3 Cinccino line. Make Do helps you get those Pokemon into the discard pile where you need them. Manaphy to help prevent bench damage, protect you from the likes of Radiant Greninja. And to round it out, Slowbro here with Twilight Inspiration. Use this attack if your opponent has exactly one prize card remaining. Take 2 prizes. So often you can find yourself beginning to fall short towards the end of the game. Slowbro is your out to those situations where your opponent might be just 1 prize away from winning, which, given that this is a single prize deck, is always going to occur eventually unless they can get a double prize KO happening towards the end. So as soon as they get into that winning position, you can just swoop in with Twilight Inspiration, ignore what they put active, and take the final 2 prizes of the game. So this deck has this interesting element to it where it gets to kind of cheat, right? Twilight Inspiration ignores your opponent's board state and pretty much gives you the opportunity to try and win by, like, you know, maybe use Serena to take out a Crobat, and then you take out one of their main attacking Pokemon, and then before you know it, you're in a position to win with Slowbro, right? So, as I mentioned, I want to use a full complement of Paths to the Peak in order to stymie my opponent's ability to set up. Not to be underestimated, the power of Path to the Peak. Then Serena at the 4 count has excellent versatility in the ability to draw, as well as acting like a pseudo boss's orders. The difference being that it can't target non-V Pokemon, so you must keep that in mind. Well, look, if this becomes a video, I've got a game or 2 coming up, so please enjoy that. And this is only an early draft. I'm still working on it, so maybe I'll do this deck profile again, and it'll look different at that point. So, look, enjoy, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Goodbye. And that is it from me. I am going to sign off for now. We might be playing Pokemon Live tomorrow. Who knows? The power of Lost Vacuum should not be underestimated. True. All right. Just one more time. Here's the link to the Discord. Please join us there if you haven't already to connect with your fellow Vice Games viewers. Talk to me. You can talk amongst yourselves and talk about Pokemon. Talk about whatever it is you're playing. It's pretty simple in there. I like to keep it simple, just so that you don't have a million things to try and follow. I struggle with big Discords, so get lost in them. Anyhow, I'll see you all later. Goodbye. Take care.